Welcome to the next session on operations research. In this session, we will take up a numerical on transportation model. We will use the MODI or UV method for optimizing the transportation problem. This is the question that is given to you. Find the initial basic feasible solution of the following transportation problem by using any one of these three methods, and then optimize the solution by using UV method for each of them. Now I have the solution already over here for northwest corner cell method. Using this method, I have already shown you in the first lecture how to calculate the initial basic feasible solution. This is the transportation cost that we have obtained. Now in your step 2, this is the first step over here for using the northwest corner cell method to find the initial basic feasible solution. And in the step 2, what we will do is we are going to optimize the solution using the UV method as it is mentioned in the question. This UV method is also called as MODI method, where MO stands for modified and DI stands for distribution. So it is modified distribution method. Now why it is called UV method, I will show you in the next step. First we will copy this initial solution that we have found. Apart from these cell values, we will also write the quantities that we have associated at each cell. So here we have 200, this is 50, 250, 100, 250 and 150. So once we have found this solution, now we are going to use the UV method. It is called UV method because for each row we are going to associate one variable in the form of U, and in the column we will write one variable in the form of V. So here we have U1, U2, U3, V1, V2, V3, V4. Now these numbers will vary on the number of rows and columns given in the problem. Now you need to remember one formula, that is Ui plus Vj is equal to Cij. C stands for cost. These values that you see 3, 1, 7, 4, 2, 6, 5, 9, 8, 3, 3, 2. These are called as the cost of each cell. Ui will be these values and Vj will be these values. Now how do you get the value of these variables that you have found? First you will write down U1 is 0. You always need to start with some reference value. So let me assume U1 is 0. If you see this formula, Ui plus Vj is equal to this cost of cell. This cost of cell is made of U1 and V1. So if this is 3, this value has to be 3, such that 0 plus 3 is 3. Next, we will talk about the next allocated cell. We are going to focus only on the cells which have allocation in them. So if you check, this is 0 and this is 1. So this has to be 1. Now no more allocation in this row. We will go to the second row. We don't know the value of U2 yet. But this is 6 and this is 1. So this value will be 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. Same way this is 5 and this is 5. So this has to be 0. Second row is done. Then we go to the third row. Here this value is 3. This value is 0. So this value will be 3. This value is 2. This is 3. So this will be minus 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. So that's how you find the value of U and V variables. Now, you should also do one more check, that is M plus N minus 1. This is what you need to calculate, where M stands for number of rows. You have 3 rows. Number of columns are 4, that is N minus 1. This is equal to 6 by formula. If you calculate, number of allocations are also 6, which means your problem is something which you can solve and there is no degeneracy in the problem. So this is also a check which is very important apart from using this formula. Now, once you are done with this, what you will do is you will go for calculating the penalty of the non-basic cells. The cells to which no allocation has been done, they are called as non-basic cells. The cells to which you have already allocated values, over here you can see, these 6 are called as basic cells. So I will write down the next step over here, step 3. Computing penalty for non-basic cells. For this also there is a formula. Pij is equal to Ui plus Vj minus Cij. P is nothing but the penalty. Ui is this value U1, U2, U3. Vj is again these values V1, V2, V3. And Cij is the cost of the cell. So we are talking about the non-basic cells, like if you understand, this is row 1, 2, 3. This is column 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you are talking about this cell to which no allocation has been done, this is cell 1, 3. This cell is 1, 4. This cell is 2, 1. This cell is 2, 2, to which you already have an allocation. Here this will be 2, 4. So let me write down those cells to which no allocation has been done. So we have P13, P14, we have P21, P24, P31 and P32. So these are the cells for which we have to calculate the penalty. So if you observe I and J, I will just substitute. I have U1 plus this will be V3 minus C13. Similarly, this will be U1 plus V4 from here minus C14. Then you have U2 plus V1 minus C21. Then we have U2, from here I am taking the values, V4 minus C24. So let's substitute. U1 is 0, V3 is also 0, and the cost of this cell 1, 3 is 7. So this becomes minus 7 as a value. Next, U1 is 0, V4 we know is minus 1, and the cost of this cell is 4. So you have minus 1, minus 4, so this is minus 5. Similarly, I calculate the rest of them. Now, once you have calculated these values, you have to make sure that you understand the rule is very simple. All these values should be less than equal to Pij, should be less than or equal to 0. If it is not, then you have not reached the optimal solution. So I'll write down, since all Pij is not less than equal to 0, therefore optimality is not reached. Since we have not reached the optimal solution, we now need to know which cell has caused the solution to become non-optimal. So the positive value, and that to the highest one. So accordingly, you will take care of this cell P21. So you will write down, therefore P21 is the new basic cell, which means this cell should have got a allocation 2, 1. So we will talk about this cell being the new cell. From here, you should draw a shape such that you start from here and you get back to this point. This is the rule. Also, when you move ahead or you go behind, you should always halt at those cells which have an allocation, or rather I would say they are basic cells. So suppose if I start from here, I will go to the next cell which is having an allocation. I can go further, okay, and then get down here. But then when I go back, I don't find any other basic cell to form a corner. So if I have to stop here, I need to go up. You can see this is forming another corner over here. And then I can stop here and then get back to my original cell. You can start from here, go to here, get down here, here. But if you come to this spot back again or here, there is no allocation. So you should remember that you should start from this cell, go to the next cell which has an allocation, halt there, then find another vertex to this shape. So I started from here. So this will always take a positive value and alternately mark negative and positive values to the other cells through which you have passed. Now if this is theta, these are also your theta. Amongst all these, you should focus on the negative values. If these two negative values are considered, amongst these two, 200 and 250, the minimum value is 200. So you can write down theta is equal to 200. What this plus and minus sign does is, you have to subtract this value from here and add the values over here in the next table that you are going to make. So now we will go to the step 4, where we are making the next table. So since I am subtracting from here, this will now become 0. This will be 250. This will be 200 and this will be 50 only because we are subtracting. And this 100, 250 and 150 will remain the same. We are not going to change those values. Again, you can check over here. There are 6 allocations done like we checked in the previous case. So we are able to allocate. Now again we will write down here U1, U2, U3. This will be V1, V2, V3, V4. Again do the same calculation. Here this is 0. The Ui plus Vj will be equal to Cij. So 0 plus 1 will be 1. We are talking only about the basic or the allocated cells. The first row is done. Now we will go to the second row. This value is 2. But these two values we do not know. At least one should be known. Then we will come to this cell. We know this value is 1 and this is 6. So this value will be 5 such that 5 plus 1 is 6. Now if this is 5 and this is 2, this has to be minus 3 because 5 minus 3 is 2. Then we will go for this value. If this is 5, this value should be 0 such that 5 plus 0 is 5. Second row is done. Now we will go to the third row. This value is 3 and this is 0. So this value will be 3. If this is 3 and this is 2, this has to be minus 1. So we have calculated all the values of U and V. We are calculating penalty for the non-basic cells. The non-basic cells are P. This is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are calculating for P11. Then for P13, P14, we have P24, P31, P32. These are the ones for which we have to calculate. Again, I'll show you. This is Pij is equal to Ui plus Vj minus Cij. So this will be U1 plus V1 minus C11. Accordingly, you can write for the rest of them. I'll show you one calculation. U1 is 0, V1 is minus 3 and C11 is plus 3. Now this has a minus sign over here. So this becomes minus 6. Similarly, I'll calculate for rest of them. The values are minus 7, minus 5, minus 5, minus 8 and this is 1. Now since all Pij are not less than equal to 0, this is still 1, means it is positive. Therefore, optimality is not reached. I write down therefore C32 is the new basic cell. So if this is the basic cell 3, 2, this one is a new basic cell. We will start from here I will go to the next allocated cell. I will not go further because I cannot form another corner. So from here I will go to this cell and back to this point. So this will be positive, this will be negative, this will be positive, and this will be negative. Amongst these negative cells, I will assume the value of theta. So one theta is 50 and the other theta is 250. I will take the minimum value from here. I will subtract and here I am going to add. So let's form the next table. So this value is 250. This value will be 200. This is 150. This is 200. This is 50. And this is 150. Again, you can count. There are 6 allocations. Now again, we will go for the formula for U1, U2, U3, V1, V2, V3. We have to keep calculating the penalties till the values are not less than equal to 0. We know Ui plus Vj is equal to Cij. I'll start with 0. This cell is having value 1. So 0 plus 1 is 1. I'll use this 1 and this will be now 2. So 2 plus 1 is 3. This is 2 and this is 3. So this will also be 1. This is 2. So this will be 0. Third row is done. First row is done. Now I'll go to the second row. This is 2. We cannot calculate. We can calculate. This is 5. We can calculate this. This is 1. So this will be 4. This is 2. So this has to be minus 2. Now we have got all the values. So I will calculate penalties now. I know Pij is equal to Ui plus Vj minus Cij. So I will calculate penalties for the non-basic cells. So first is P11, P13, P14, then we have P22, P24, P31. So these are the cells for which we have to get the values. Now you know how to solve. So I'll directly substitute the values. It is 0 minus 2 and cell value is minus 3. This will be minus 5. Similarly, you can calculate for rest of them. This is minus 6, minus 4, minus 1, minus 5 and minus 8. So you can see since all Pij are less than equal to 0, therefore optimality is reached. When I say optimality is reached, it means that whatever allocations we have done, once we multiply them with their cell cost, we will be able to get the total transportation cost. So therefore, total transportation cost will be 250 into 1 plus 200 into 2 plus 150 into 5 plus 50 into 3 plus 200 into 3 plus 150 into 2. When you solve this, you will get the answer as 2450. This is the final optimized answer. Let's check with the use of northwest corner cell method. We got this value as 3700, but this has now got optimized to 2450. You can see how much cost has got reduced, and at the minimum cost you are able to get your transportation done by allocating the proper sources to the proper destination. So with this, I end the session. I hope you have understood the UV method for optimizing a transportation problem. If you have any doubts, please write to me in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for latest video updates. See you in the next session. Thank you.